Hello friends, I am Anurag Srivastav and I am working as an assistant professor in Instrumentation Department of College of Agriculture Engineering and Technology, Indira Gandhi Krishi Vishwavidyalaya, Raipur, and I am here to talk about the topic human anatomy and physiology relevant to biomedical, instrumentation and sensors. So before starting the lecture, we have to understand the necessity of knowledge about anatomy and physiology of different organ system. Nowadays, for any type of illness, the physician first analyze the reports which can be recorded using different biomedical instrumentation system. So, to increase the effectiveness of the system, proper knowledge about the organ and organ system is required. In today's lecture, I am going to cover the following topic. First of all, we will see the meaning and relationship between anatomy and physiology. After that, we will see the different levels of anatomy starting with atom level to organism level. Then we will study the anatomy and physiology of organ system starting with skeletal system, integumentary system, central nervous system, cardiovascular system, muscular system and digestive system. So, let's start. Coming to an anatomy, anatomy is related to focusing on a study of physical structure of body. It comes from a Greek word anatom, which means cut apart. A structure can be internal like brain, nerve cells, etc., or can be external like arm, neck, teeth and hair. Different types of anatomy are zootomy, phytotomy and human anatomy. The zootomy is a study of physical structure of animals. Phytotomy is related to a study of physical structure of plants, and human anatomy is a study related to physical structure of human body. Human anatomy can be further classified into gross anatomy, microscopic anatomy and comparative anatomy. Gross anatomy deals with a study of larger organs that can be visible with naked eyes. Microscopic anatomy deals with the study of structures that can be seen with the aid of microscope, and finally the comparative anatomy is related to comparative study of human organs. Now coming to physiology. Physiology is the scientific study of function of a human body. The function can be in the form of mechanical, physical or biochemical. Organ system works together as a whole for proper functioning of human body. There are various organ systems in our body like cardiovascular system, respiratory system, digestive system, etc. The knowledge about physiology of different systems helps in proper identification of disorders and diseases. The function of various organ systems can be studied in the normal condition as well as in the state of illness. There are close relationship between anatomy and physiology. Anatomy is related to the structure of system of human body, whereas physiology focus on how this system works. Now, in this section, we will discuss about different levels of human anatomy. So, human anatomy are divided into 7 levels. The first and smallest level is atom level. Then second level is a molecular level. Third level is a cellular level. Fourth is tissue level. Fifth level is organ level. Sixth level is organ system level. And finally, the 7th level is organism level. Now, coming to atom level. Atoms are the smallest unit of human anatomy. Examples of atoms are oxygen, hydrogen, carbon, etc. Then in next level, atoms combine to form a molecule. Examples of molecules are glucose, proteins, etc. Further, molecule combines to form cells. Example of cells are nerve cells, blood cells, etc. Now, coming to tissue. So, tissue are the group of similar type of cells that operates together to perform a particular function. Examples are muscular, nervous, etc. Now, 2 or more tissues can combine together to form organs. Example of organs are stomach, eyes, liver, kidney, etc. Now, coming to organ system. Organ system are the combination of different organs that works together to perform a specific function. Example of organ systems are respiratory system, in which nose, windpipe and lungs with other organs forms a system that help us to breathe. Now, the final level of human anatomy is organism level, or we can say a human being. It is a combination of various organ system, for example, respiratory system, digestive system, reproductive system, cardiovascular system and others. These organ systems forms a human body. Now, in this section, we will see different types of cells and their function inside our body. The main cells present in our body are red blood cells, white blood cells, nerve cells and muscle cells. The red blood cells transports oxygen to various parts of body with the help of hemoglobin, whereas white blood cells or WBC is a part of immune system of the body and helps to fight against infection and diseases. The nerve cells or neurons are responsible for transmission of information from brain to various parts of body in the form of electrical signal, and finally we are having a muscle cells. It is a special type of cells that is having ability to shorten and contract and is responsible for all types of body movement in human body. Now coming to tissues, in this section we will study different types of tissues present in our body. The tissues which are present in our body are epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscular tissue, nervous tissue. The epithelial tissue provides covering to internal and external surface of body and performs function like filtration, absorption and excretion. The connective tissue supports, repair and protects other tissue. It also stores fat and transfers nutrients to other organs. The muscular tissue is responsible for movement of body parts. It can shorten or contract itself according to the requirement and type of movements. And finally, the nervous tissue. It consists of neuron cells which are electrically active and responsible for communication between brain and other parts of the body. Now, in this section, we will see different types of organs and organ system present in our body. So, organs can be categorized as vital or non-vital organs. The vital organs refers to those organs which required for a human being to survive. Brain, heart, lungs, liver and kidney comes under the vital organs, whereas non-vital organs refers to those organs which is not necessary for survival. The example of non-vital organs are pancreas, gallbladders, intestines and stomach. Now coming to organ system. There are mainly 11 organ systems present in our body. They are integumentary system which covers skeletal system and protects vital organs inside our body. It consists of skin, hair and nails. Next one is skeletal system which responsible for body and organ structure. It also protects internal organ of our body. One example is rib cage, which are arrangement of bones that protect vital organ such as lungs and heart. The next one is muscular system and it is responsible for body movement. Now coming to nervous system, which is the most important organ system and responsible for information transmission from brain to muscles. Now, next one is cardiovascular system, which supplies oxygen to various parts of the body by pumping action of heart. After that, we have respiratory system, which consists of group of organs like windpipe, lungs that help us to breathe. The respiratory system also responsible for oxygenation of blood by taking out carbon dioxide. Coming to the next, the digestive system. It is responsible for digesting liquid and foods. The urinary system is responsible for removal of waste, excess water and salt from our body. Now, next one is lymphatic system or immune system, responsible for protecting body from toxins and infections. The reproductive system has different for male and female. This system is responsible for producing eggs and sperm cells and their preservation and transmission. The last one in organ system is endocrine system, which controls body metabolism by releasing hormones through various glands. Next, in this section, we will discuss in detail various organ systems of the human body. Firstly, we will see the anatomy and physiology of skeletal system. The skeletal system serves as framework for the body. It consists of bones, tissues and ligaments. The skeletal system provides protection to all the vital organs of human body. It also helps in providing support and motion. Skeletal system contains a bone marrow which is used to produce red and white blood cells. Now, in this section, we will discuss about the formation of bone, which is the main part of skeletal system. There are 206 bones in an adult human being. The bones are made up of three types of tissues. First one is cancellous tissue, next is compact tissue and last one is subchondral tissue. The compact tissue, also called as compact bone, is the harder and outermost layer of the bone. The cancellous tissue or bone is a sponge-like soft tissue inside the bones, and the last one is subchondral tissue or bone. It is found at the end of the bones and it provides soft connection between the bones and responsible for their frictionless movement. Bone also contains the soft spongy tissues called bone marrow, which comes in red and yellow color. It fills the cavity in the bones and responsible for generating red and white blood cells. Now, we will discuss about the different types of bones in human body. The bones can be divided as axial bones and appendicular bones. There are 80 axial and 126 appendicular bones in adult human being. As the name suggests, axial bones includes bones that come along axis of the skeletal system. It consists of head, neck, back and chest. The head bones are called as skull. The neck bone is called as hyoid. The backbone is called as vertebral column or spine, and the chest bone is called as rib cage. The next type of bones are appendicular bone. These bones consist of upper and lower limb, pelvic and pectoral girdle. The upper limb includes bones of arms, which includes humerus, ulna, radius. The lower limb includes bones of legs and feet, which includes femur, patella, tibia and fibula. The femur is the longest bone in the skeletal system. The pectoral girdle was formed by the bones of the shoulders, and lastly the pelvic girdle that attaches lower limb to axial bones and responsible for bearing weight and locomotion. The ligaments are the essential part of skeletal system. Ligaments are band of fibrous tissues that attaches one bone to other. Ligaments comes in different shape and sizes. It can be thin like wire or string, and other can be wider. It also helps bones and joints for movement in right direction. Ligaments provides strength to the joints and prevents them from dislocating. Most of the ligaments can be found in arms and legs. Sprain is the injury caused because of improper movement of the ligaments. Now, the next organ system is integumentary organ system. It is the outermost layer of the human body, which covers the skeletal system. It consists of skin, hair, nails and glands. The hair is made up of protein and keratin that protects our head from heat, whereas hair on the eyes, also called as eyelashes, protects our eyes from dirt, whereas nails protects our fingers. The major part of integumentary system is skin that protects internal organ system from external heat, which includes ultraviolet radiations and cold, thus maintaining body temperature. It also protects organ system from harmful bacteria, virus, infections and possible injury. Integumentary system includes sensation, temperature, pain, etc., which helps our body to interact with outer world. The waste product inside the body will be excreted in the form of sweat through pores in the skin. In this portion, we will discuss different layers of skin. The skins are divided into 3 layers: epidermis, dermis and hypodermis or subcutaneous layer. The epidermis is the topmost layer of the skin and only layer of the skin that can be seen with the naked eyes. It is made up of protein and keratin along with other proteins. It also contains melanin, which provides skin color. This layer continuously sheds old or dead skin cells and replaces it by a new one. There are various skin conditions like dandruff, keratosis, psoriasis, etc. caused because of allergies, bacteria and genetic disorders. The dermis forms the middle layer of the skin. The dermis is thicker as compared to epidermis. It contains hair follicles, that the structure that grows hair and oil glands to keep skin smooth. This organ system has protein called collagen, which makes skin cells strong, and elastin, which keeps skin flexible. This layer also provides nutrients to epidermis. The bottom layer is called hypodermis. It has connecting tissue to connect skin from muscle. This layer contains fat that will act as a cushion to muscle and bones, thus protecting them from injuries. In this section, we will study about the nervous system of our body. The nervous system is responsible for transfer of information from brain to other organs of the body. There are 2 types of nervous system. First one is central nervous system and second one is peripheral nervous system. In this section, we will discuss the anatomy and physiology of central nervous system. Central nervous system consists of brain and spinal cord. Brain is made up of nervous tissue and contains billions of neurons and responsible for coordinating overall body functions. Example: movement, memory, language, vision, etc. The communication between the neurons takes place through electrical and chemical signals generated by them. The electrical signal generated in the form of action potential, whereas chemical signals are generated in the form of neurotransmitters. The electrical signals are generated by sensory stimuli. Action potential can be generated only by the nerve cells and muscle cells. The brain mainly consists of cerebral hemisphere, medulla oblongata, cerebellum, brainstem. The cerebral hemisphere of the brain is divided into 4 lobes, that is frontal, parietal, temporal and occipital lobe. Each lobe is having its own function. The frontal lobe is responsible for movement, control and decision making, personality, speech and language. The parietal lobe is responsible for stereognosis, learning, language and sensor motor planning. The next lobe is temporal lobe, which is responsible for processing of auditory information. The occipital lobe is the backward lobe of the brain. It is responsible for visual processing and interpretation. Apart from four lobes, the central nervous system consists of medulla oblongata that controls respiratory and cardiovascular activities. Central nervous system also has cerebellum at its side, which is associated with motor function, posture, muscle movements, and finally the brainstem. The brainstem connects your brain to spinal cord. The brainstem sends message to rest of your body to regulate balance, breathing, heart rate and other functions. Now coming to peripheral nervous system. It is made up of nerves that came from spinal cord and extend to all part of body. Peripheral nervous system further divided into somatic nervous system and autonomic nervous system. The somatic nervous system includes muscles you can control and sensory information that includes sound, smell, taste and touch. Vision does not fall under this because the parts of your eyes that manage your sight are part of your brain. Autonomic nervous system is responsible for regulating the body unconscious action. This further divided into sympathetic, parasympathetic and enteric. The sympathetic nervous system activates body process that helps you in time of need, especially time of stress or danger, while parasympathetic nervous system does the opposite of your sympathetic nervous system. This system is responsible for rest and digest, body process that occurs when body is at rest. Enteric nervous system, this is independent part of your autonomic nervous system, manages how your body digests food. It manages the operation of gastrointestinal tract. In this section, we will discuss anatomy and physiology of cardiovascular system. Cardiovascular system consists of heart and blood vessel. It pumps blood containing oxygen and other nutrients to various parts of body. The heart consists of 4 chambers, 2 atrium left and right and 2 ventricles left and right. The right atrium collects the deoxygenated blood coming from organs via superior and inferior vena cava and transfer blood to right ventricles, and thereafter blood is transferred for pulmonary circulation via pulmonary arteries. The left atrium collects the blood via pulmonary veins and transfer the oxygenized blood to left ventricles. Further, blood is then pumped from left ventricles to different organs via aorta for systemic circulation. In this section, we will study the anatomy and physiology of respiration system. Respiration system helps us to breathe. It takes out waste material from blood like carbon dioxide and deliver oxygen via blood cells to different organs of the body. It mainly consists of lungs, airways, nose, mouth, blood vessels, pharynx, larynx and trachea. The airway consists of nasal cavity, bronchi, bronchial, bronchial tree, bronchioles and alveoli. The intercostal muscles contracts between this, creating negative pressure and allow the lungs to expand, thus air rushes inside the lungs through airways. The alveoli are associated with capillaries which contains deoxygenated blood coming from pulmonary arteries. The alveoli and capillary walls are so thin that they allow diffusion of gases, carbon dioxide and oxygen in and out from alveoli. The muscular system consists of muscle fiber. It is mainly responsible for any type of body movement. There are three types of muscles: skeletal muscles, smooth muscles and cardiac muscles. The skeletal muscles attached to bones and controlled by central nervous system. It is responsible for all skeletal movements. The next muscle in muscular system is a smooth muscle. It is a thin layered muscle present in the wall of internal organs like stomach, bladder, blood vessels, etc. Unlike skeletal muscles, these muscles contract involuntarily. These muscles helps performs vital operation like digestion, oxygenation, eliminating toxins in urinary system, etc. The last muscle is cardiac muscle and it is present in heart walls. It is responsible for contracting and expanding, and therefore heart performs pumping action with the help of these muscles. These muscles are controlled by autonomic nervous system. Now coming to digestive system. Digestive system in human body are the group of organs that will help to intake food from mouth, digest food, extract nutrients from the food and excrete waste from the body. It consists of two systems. First one is gastrointestinal system and other one is biliary system. The gastrointestinal system consists of mouth, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine and anus. The biliary system consists of group of organs such as liver, pancreas, gallbladder and bile ducts. The biliary system provides bile juice and enzymes that helps in digestion. Now coming to conclusion. So in this lecture, we have covered anatomy and physiology of various vital systems present in our body. We have started with different types of cells present in our body and we have ended up with studying anatomy and physiology of various organ systems. There are various sensors and instrumentation system available to analyze the performance of anatomy and physiology of the organ systems in normal condition and in the state of illness. In the coming lectures, you can see the various sensors and instruments that can be employed for analysis of these anatomical and physiological structure of various parts of body. Thank you.